Well, the Dodgers and Angels started the freeway series, and this feels a little bit like the regular season, not so much spring training because they're in Anaheim and then they go to LA. Dodgers put up a 10-run inning. Is anybody surprised? Probably not. Is this what they expect? Probably. Do they think it's unfair? Probably. But we're going to talk about it. This is a Hold My Ball podcast. We're also going to talk about the Yanks going with a 4-man rotation to start the season. Good, bad, indifferent. Let's see how we feel about it. This is the Hold My Ball podcast. Let's get to it. All right, back to business on the show. The season is here. Gosh, it feels so good. It's a couple days away. It feels like the off season is always forever, and then all of a sudden it feels like it went by like that. And I think everybody's excited to have it back. The World Baseball Classic is such good timing because you get spring training. That's exciting. It starts and you're like, yeah. And then it gets a little boring because of spring training. And then the World Baseball comes through and gives us all this entertainment. And then as soon as it ends, you got another week or so and the season starts. So I know they want to move the World Baseball Classic to let more guys participate, health-wise, all that. I think it's in a great spot, if you ask me. I think the only thing they should do is move it to an every year thing. That's fun. Dodgers. Freeway series with the Angels. I mean, when you put together the roster they put together, and they're literally changing the game, and things may change. There may be a salary cap now because of it. There's so many things going on, but they win 13-5. This is what you would expect. This is what everybody expected. And is it good for the fans? Probably, because they get to go, told you, this is ridiculous. But this wasn't even so much the Dodgers as it was the Angels. A lot of walks. A lot of walks. And obviously they did what they did. Teoscar was their big guy here, swinging the stick. But let's look real fast. The Dodgers had 9 walks. They walked 9 times. You're not going to win doing that, and I think most of those came in the third inning when they scored 10 runs. Teoscar started off with a leadoff bomb. Then he had a 2 RBI single. Ohtani had a bases clearing double. This is the thing with this team is Teoscar was the guy tonight. Ohtani was 1 for 3 with a double, walk, and 3 ribbies. But that's the part about this team is the lineup they rolled out tonight. This year, let's start the season. This is how it started. Ohtani, Tucker, Betts, Freeman, Smith, Muncy, Teoscar, Pages, and Freeland. So Freeland's at second base after they optioned Hyun Kim down, which interesting move, but this just goes to show where the Dodgers are at, what they can do. The Freeland he came into this game hitting 116. What they have with them and in this organization is they have the freedom to give guys a chance. We're going to talk about the Yankees a little later and their 4-man rotation, but quite the opposite of the Yankees. They've got prospects that feel like they should be getting a chance, and they're not. But when you have the lineup, Ohtani, Tucker, Betts, Freeman, Smith, Muncy, Teoscar, Pages, Freeland hit 116 this spring. 116. Showed really good plate discipline, got on base, and he's an outstanding defender. He can play second, short, third, and he's a switch hitter. So this is a real versatile guy for them. But Hyun Kim hit 307 this spring, but he also had 14 Ks and 4 walks. Either of these two guys are going to be in the 9-hole, whether it's Kim or Freeland. And when you look at Freeland and his on base compared to Kim's this season in the spring training, I think Freeland gives them elite defense at second, short, and third. I think he's technically known as the best defender in their whole organization. So you're already at a huge plus right there because you're going to have good pitchers on the mound and a better defense behind him obviously makes him that much better. So he's already a plus there. And the fact that he can give anybody from second, third, short, he could probably run the outfield if he needs to, a day off if they need it. So I understand the Freeland thing. Kim, he's got experience. He was there last year. He is good, but I just think the 14 Ks concern the Dodgers, or I don't even know if it concerned him. He's going to be up here this year for sure, but I think Freeland is they're trying to get him to get on base. And it really does make sense when you look at his defensive ability and the fact that he can get on base. Hopefully. You want to see him get on base. His OBP is, I don't know, it's not phenomenal. But again, the defensive side of the ball. Now, this is where the Dodgers have freedom. I mean, tonight it was Teoscar and Ohtani. But rewind to Game 7 of the World Series where the Dodgers won on 3 solo home runs. It was a bring them within 1 home run by Muncy, and then a game-tying home run by Rojas, and a game-winning home run by Smith. It wasn't Shohei, it wasn't Teoscar, it wasn't Kike, Mookie, Freeman. It wasn't any of those guys. And that's not to say the guys that hit him aren't dudes, but it could be anybody on any given night. Now you add Tucker to this lineup. You add Freeland, a guy who gets on base in the 9-hole, hopefully. And then you get an extra guy in here for Ohtani and those guys. Ohtani and Tucker, a 1-2 punch. Get guys on base for him. So this lineup, the problem is there's obviously no holes in the lineup. None. But your chances of, I mean, you don't need much when you have the pitching that the Dodgers have. So your chances of having 1 or 2 guys come through every night, no matter who it is, with a big hit, big ribby, and then your pitching staff keeping them to a very low amount of runs, your chances of winning are obviously very good. Glasnow tonight was absolutely electric. 5 innings pitched, 3 hits, 1 earned from a Soler bomb who hit 2 on the day. If you're a betting guy, I'm taking the over on home runs for him this year. I think he's going to go off. But Glasnow, 11 Ks. 11 Ks out of 15 outs, every single one of them with the curveball. Like, you got the curveball going, if you got the slider going, you got the fastball running up to the high 90s. This is a Cy Young candidate for me. And I'm going to say this. I'm going to look for the line on it. If he's a 20-plus game winner, I'm taking the over-under. I'm taking the over on whatever he's betting or whatever he's got for wins, total wins. I'm going to say Glasnow right now, 20-game winner, maybe more. I think he just feels like he has something to prove for whatever reason, and I'm going to ride Glasnow this year. As I think I'm going to go Cy Young too. I think he's just going to be the guy. I really do. But the bullpen, Dodgers bullpen, is it going to be a question again? The crazy conundrum of Tanner Scott. He comes in again. He goes 0.1 innings, 3 hits, 4 runs, 3 earned, no Ks, 1 walk. I don't know what it is with this guy. I mean, I'm not a pitching coach anyway. It's not like I have answers, but he was so stinking good with San Diego. He comes over here and he just hasn't been it. He can't get it done. I think it's so crazy. But do we think the Dodgers are going to win over 100 games this year? That's probably the question. I think they are. I think this is going to be a statement year. A three-peat is extremely difficult. That is very hard to do. Winning a World Series on any year is hard. I think the Dodgers are motivated. They're so motivated to do it and they have the players that have been there, done that. This isn't like a brand new team trying to three-peat. This is a big core of guys that have been here a long time, been there, done that in this uniform. I think it makes a huge difference. I feel good about them going 100-plus games. I feel good about them winning the World Series, but not nearly as good about the World Series because this is baseball. Anything can happen. I mean, should they win on paper? Of course. Well, does that mean they're going to? No. We all should know a little better than that. The Yankees, though. I'm not even a Yankee fan. I like the Yankees. I like the players. But I just feel like they do not take into account that these are human beings. And playing to them the right way. I used to say this when I coached baseball. I used to tell my coaches, hey, we got to coach this team as individually as possible. What is each guy like as far as what, and that's like, go find out what they like and treat them that way. But you want your players to want to play for you. You want to be fired up. You want to put them in the best position to succeed. So if I yell at one kid and he crumbles, but I yell at another kid and he goes, yeah, I need that. Thanks. Tough coaching. Then I'm going to give that kid the tough coaching, and this kid, I'm going to figure it out. I'm not going to say, deal with it. You want to play baseball, you better learn. I'm going to say, hey, Okay, that approach doesn't work for you. How can I still get my point across and be a good communicator when saying the same exact thing a different way? That's the job. And I think the Yankees, I mean, they're going with a four-man rotation. Luis Hill starts in AAA, or maybe in the bullpen, they said, but it sounds like it's going to be AAA. The first 2 weeks of their schedule lines up for this decision, they said. So I think they have 4 off days in the first 15 days, which is why they can go with a four-man rotation. I personally hate it. I just hate this. You know, the rotation will be Fried opening day, and then Schlittler, Will Warren, and Ryan Weathers. Ryan Weathers has an 11 ERA. Luis Hill has looked really good this spring, and this is a decision where it's like, okay, I don't know, I don't research really any teams. I don't research the Yankees, but I was interested in this. They are going to get Cole and Rodon back at some point, but man, it feels like this whole offseason, the Yankees were actively trying to piss off like their players and their fans. That's what it feels like to me. And Ryan Weathers' ERA is 11, but it's over 11, and it's like they like his ground ball rate and they like his stuff. So they're betting on his stuff. He's got good stuff, though. But sometimes when you have good stuff, you still get hit. And sometimes there's just no answer. This guy gets hit. That's why his ERA is 11. You know, it's like, at what point do you look at what's happening? You got Spencer Jones, I think Jason Dominguez, you got Oswaldo Cabrera. I think these guys are all starting in AAA. Spencer Jones is a big one for me. Cabrera's a big one for me. I don't know what he's doing. Oh, here comes a standard yawn. I don't know exactly what he's doing, but I just feel like the Yankees, they don't play into the human being element of it and get their guys to want to be there and want to play for them. I don't know. Maybe I'm wrong. I don't know the Yankees as well as I should, but this four-man rotation, it just seems like a dumb idea. And then, hey, well, after the first couple of weeks, we'll go to a five-man or something. Or when Rodon and Cole get healthy and back, we'll figure it out then. We'll go to a five-man rotation. It's like, why not plug somebody else in to stay on a five-man rotation? If that's what you're going to do, stay on it all year. I mean, you look at this and go, okay, who do we have and who are we going to need at the end of the year? A four-man rotation just adds innings to the guys you're going to need at the end of the year, and it just seems so dumb to me. And I think it'll turn into a five-man rotation pretty quick. So really probably isn't the end of the world, but it just feels like a dumb decision. It feels like a Yankee decision as of late. I think the Yankees are going to have a year filled with turmoil like they have, but I think they're going to have a bad year. I really do. I still think they might scrape into playoffs. Who knows? But I wouldn't be surprised to see them miss the playoffs. I just wouldn't. I think with the way they've been managed and everything they've been doing, they deserve to miss the playoffs the last few years. I don't like the way they do anything, to be honest with you. But we'll find out. We'll see. Who am I to say, huh? Just a guy wearing a Dodger hat talking about the Yankees. Bummer. I did try to buy a Yankees hat at Lids the other day and put the Freddie Freeman walk-off embroidery on the side because I saw it there when he hit the walk-off against him and he was holding his bat up. It was embroidered like that with the signature, and I thought it'd be sweet to have a Yankee fan with the Freddie Freeman walk-off reminder on the side. But Lids wouldn't do it because they don't do other players' things on other players' hats, which, fair enough. But it would have been legit. Would have been really legit. That's it. That is the show. We are going to be here all day, every day, it feels like, for the next 7 months till we have a World Series winner, and I'm going to bet on being the Dodgers. That's my plan. And we do have a sponsor here. I want to shout them out real quick. Caesars Sportsbook, guys, for new users, we have a code for you. Hold my ball, DYW. That means double your winnings. First 10 bets after you bet $1. After you bet $1, your first 10 bets are doubled up to $25. Always bet responsibly, guys. I'm so blessed to have sponsors for this. literally based off your guys' likes, shares, follows, subscribes, all that. Like this keeps the podcast going because you guys support and then companies support, and I'm just pumped on it. So I'm gonna flash up a little logo right here just to get all the legal stuff of what I have to say out of the way so that it's on this screen. Read it. I encourage you if you are going to sign up. And that's that, guys. This is the show. Things are rolling. We're a couple days away from opening day. Who do you got winning it all? Is it the Dodgers or is it the field? Are the Yankees going to have a good season or a letdown season? Let me know in the comments. I appreciate y'all. This is the Hold My Ball podcast. I will catch you on the next episode.